Hey guys, it's Vicky, and today I'm here to share with you my reading plans for August, which, now that I have this deck in front of me, seems pretty ambitious, but let's go ahead and get into it. So the first book that I plan to read in August is a continuation from July. During the reading rush, I started listening to the audiobook of 4 Past Midnight by Stephen King. I read the first novella in this collection, and there are 4 of them, and so I decided that for August I wanted to go ahead and keep that train going and finish this book. So I'm going to be listening to the last 3 novellas in this collection. I don't know anything about them, but if they're anything like the Langoliers, I'm gonna love it. Another book that is a continuation for me into August from July is Fire and Ice. This is the second book in the Warrior series by Erin Hunter. This is a book that Leia and I are reading together. So it's a continuation of the story that we started in, when did we read the first book? Like May or June, I think it was. And it's about a group of feral cats that live in different clans, and they're just basically like trying to, like most cats, protect their territory and just live their cat lives. And it sounds really silly when I say it, but it's actually a really interesting series, and there's a lot of like political intrigue, which again I know sounds really strange, but Leia loves it. And when we finished the first series, or first book, I'm sorry, she wanted to go ahead and go right into the second book. So we did. So we're not very far. We're about 75 pages in. But yeah, so far it's pretty good. And I kind of am enjoying also this, seeing what's going to happen to our main character, Fireheart. Okay, the next book that I'm reading for August is like my main priority for August, because it is the book that Bobby and I are doing for our very first book club pick. Our book club is called Random Reads. It's over on Goodreads. I'm gonna link it down below in case you want to join us. It is a bi-monthly book club starting in August, and we're basically reading all different kinds of genres and random sort of books. But for the first month for August, we are reading North and South by John Jakes. This is a Civil War story about 2 families. I'm assuming one family is part of the Confederates and the other is part of the Union, I'm assuming. And basically like their experience during the Civil War. So I'm excited because I haven't read a Civil War story since Gone with the Wind. And this one I'm excited to read because it's going to cover both the Union and the Confederate side of the war, I'm assuming, whereas Gone with the Wind focused on the South, and particularly Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm excited to read this one and see, what it's all about. The next book that I want to read for August is a very buzzy book right now, but I'm really excited to check it out, and that is Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. And I'm going to be reading this one on my Kindle, so I will put a picture here. But yeah, this is, from what I've heard, is a Gothic story that's sort of like Rebecca meets the Yellow Wallpaper, which I have not read that one, but I have read Rebecca and really enjoyed Rebecca. And it's basically about a young socialite who gets this letter from a family member, I believe it's her cousin, who is living in this estate. She's recently been married and has gone to live with her, her husband's family on this big estate, and isn't doing so well. Her family is troubled by this letter that they receive. So our main character decides to go and, figure out what's going on there. And it sort of goes from there. So yeah, I'm excited to check it out. Like I said, I've heard basically all good things about this book, so I can't wait to read it. And then the next 2 books that I have are books that I specifically bought to read in the summertime, so I'm like, I need to read them this month. Otherwise, they're gonna sit on my shelves until next summer, because to me, like, August is the last like summer month. For me, September is fall. So I really want to read these this month, and I shouldn't have a problem because they're pretty short. The first one is called Your Favorite Band Cannot Save You by Scott O'More, and this is about this band that is touring around, kind of like in a I think it's like almost like a Coachella sort of, like they play big festivals like that, and they have a very, very, very huge following, and their fans are like just super crazy about them. And this, I believe it's like a blogger, like a music blogger, starts to wonder if there's like something more going on with this band. Like, do they have some sort of supernatural hold over their fans, or what's going on? So I just thought that this would be like a fun sort of, I believe it's supposed to be like a horror novel, and I just thought it would be a fun one to read in the summertime, because typically in a typical summer, obviously not this summer, there are all those big music festivals going on. And so yeah, this book just like screamed summer to me. So yeah, I want to check it out, and it's fairly short. It's only 125 pages, so I definitely should be able to get to this. And then the other like summer themed book is a graphic novel. So again, hopefully one that I will be able to read quickly. And it is This One Summer by Jillian Tamaki and Mariko Tamaki. And this is, I believe it's just about two girls who become friends over this one summer. And yeah, I've heard good things about it, and flipping through it, I like the art style. It's all done in, you know, just like whites and purples, which I think is cool. I think this again is just like a perfect summer book that I need to read in the summertime. So like I need to read it this month. And then the last book that I want to get to, and I really hope that I do get a chance to get to it this month. I have it on hold at the library, but I'm like 20th in line. So there's a chance I might have to buy the book if by like mid-month I don't get it. But I really want to read it this month because there is a group read going on for it. And yeah, that book is called Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed. When I saw that, because I've had this book on my TBR, but when I saw that there was going to be a group read for this book on Instagram, and I think there's a YouTube channel also, I decided now's the time to do it, because I would love to be able to watch the live shows and stuff for this book, to, you know, just hear other people's discussion of it and stuff like that. So the group doing the group read, they are called Unfriendly Black Hotties on Instagram, and I believe they have a YouTube channel too. I'm gonna link them both down below. But they do, it's a monthly book club, and they do different genres, I think, every month. So for August, they're doing this book, Such a Fun Age, but then I think in September they're doing a fantasy. I'm not sure. Anyways, I didn't talk about what Such a Fun Age is about. It is about I believe it's about a white woman who has some sort of family crisis come up. She asks a black babysitter to come and watch her daughter and like maybe take her out to a store to distract her from whatever's going on with this family crisis. And when the babysitter takes the girl into a store, a security guard thinks that she's kidnapping her. And so it becomes a thing. And the mother, you know, steps in and gets involved, and then it kind of goes from there. So it deals with issues of racism and of a lot of the issues that are going on right now. So it's a very timely book, and one that I think would be a great book to do as a group and to, you know, hear what other people think about it. So that's why I'm going to be joining in on that. Like I said, hopefully my library copy will come in, but if it doesn't by mid-month, then I'm gonna go ahead and buy it so I can make sure that I get to it by the end of the month. Alright guys, so that is all I have for my plans for August. It's kind of big because I don't know if I showed you guys that North and South is it's a big one. It's like 800 pages. So this is going to take up a large part of my reading month. But then things are kind of balanced out because these two books are really short. So I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go. I have, you know, lofty goals, and I really want to just like read all the books. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. But let me know down below what you're planning to read for August now that summer is starting to wind down. Are there books that you're trying to get read before the end of summer? Are you like me and you think that like September 1st hits and it's like, okay, it's time for like pumpkins and and cider mills and all the fall stuff? Or do you say, no, September is also summer? I would like to know that. So yeah, that's all I have for today, guys. I hope that the month of August treats you well, and I will talk with you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.